John Burgoyne. Sean, do you have any interesting stories to share about busting shoplifters? Anyone taken to a room out back and have their fingers smashed with a hammer a la casino? Please share. So, of course, there's stories. Nothing like that. Like the guys that we got and arrested, and they let us handle that with the police. But the characters I worked for, so I can't, I'm not going to do the name thing, but all right, there's a judge. I wanted to tell one story that I'll give you. There was a judge. He has since passed. He was probably 65 or 70 back then. So the first time I have to go in a courtroom to represent my boss's chain of supermarkets, I go and I step up, and this judge, a character, very animated. Like I had to watch like 3 people go before him before it was our turn, and it would be like he'd sit there like this, and someone would read the charges, like so-and-so destroying property. He'd go, Jesus Christ, what did you do that for? He's like screaming at them, real character. So he was actually attacked at a pizzeria, hit with a chair by somebody, I guess somebody he sentenced to a term the person didn't like. Anyway, so this judge, now I step up, and he goes, he looks at me, he goes, you need to call? I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm just here for the name of the chain. He's like, yeah, but did you? I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. So, the prosecutor calls me over and he says, go call so and so. This is one of the supervisors of the supermarket chain. I said, well, where? This was the pre-cell phone era. So the judge goes, use my chambers. Go use the phone. Tell me what he says. So I go and I call this district manager type, and I said, Don, I'm in the judge's court. He said, yeah, tell him to give him blah 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 and blah blah blah. I'm like, tell the judge? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right. So apparently you're supposed to call my boss beforehand to find out what the judge is supposed to sentence the person to that just stole from him. So I come out. The judge is standing there waiting for me. He goes, what did he say? Who'd you talk to? I said, I talked to Don, and he said whatever the hell it was. He goes, okay. He turns around. Now everyone can hear this. It's like a sham. Everyone can hear this. This was not a private sidebar conversation. He turns around. He looks at this fucking guy and sentences him to exactly what I just said when I walked out of the judge's chambers after being on the phone. True story. That's what it was like working for those guys.
Nothing like a little Northeastern justice.
Nothing like a little Northeast justice. What power? I could have come out and said that Don said anything.
Yeah. Electric chair.
Exactly. Firing squad. Right on Bergen Line Avenue.